So hello, my dear ninth standard students. I hope all are fine. Hmm. And in this Corona time, I hope all of you are very safe at your home. So one more time, we will start again with the part of physics called as motion. Okay, anyway, this is Mithun Raj, your science teacher from Cochin, Kerala, signing in from this part of the world. And my dear kids, I hope all are staying healthy and all. Don't go outside, stay at home, stay safe. Anyway, you want to survive this corona time, and after that, everything will be fine. So, again, one more time, I am starting from the first because I know it is a bit difficult part. Okay, this physics things when it comes to the science students at the beginning time, it's a bit difficult part because it is full of like what the concepts and the concepts of science. It's very tough to understand at the first, but once you got the idea, there is no problem regarding that. Okay, so let us see. This part is known as motion. It's a part from mechanics. Classical mechanics means very old physics, very old. At the beginning itself, from the beginning, the same physics Newton, Galileo, Copernicus have studied. The same physics is going for you. Be ready to study. Okay. So what is motion? Firstly, we can see what is motion. If it is a change in position of a body with time. Simply we can tell that. If any body changes its position with respect to time, we can say it is motion. Or motion can be described in terms of distance moved or the displacement. So what is this distance and displacement? Motion can be described in terms of distance moved or the displacement happened. So what is this distance and displacement? Okay, leave it that we will discuss later. Okay. So concept. In physics, motion is a change in position of an object with respect to time. It's a common thing. You know what is distance? Distance from one place to another. For example, distance from Bangalore to Mysore, distance from Bangalore to Mumbai, distance from Bangalore to Delhi. So, mostly we assumes distance in kilometers in our country. So, you know what is the distance, okay? The total distance means if in the case of a object, for example, a car, you are traveling to Mumbai. The total distance traveled by your car is called as the total distance. But we mention it in kilometers. But what is the car doing? The car is moving with respect to time. It will take like 20 hours to reach Bangalore, not Bangalore, Mumbai from Bangalore. So we can say, in 20 hours, that particular object called as your car moved from first position, that is Bangalore, to Mumbai, the last position. Okay, initial position and final position. So that is the total distance traveled by it. But what is displacement? Displacement is the shortest distance between 2 points. Okay, if you draw a straight line from Mumbai to Bangalore and we measure that distance is called as displacement. Okay, in the case of physics, okay, in the case of solving the concept, we cannot take distance every time. Understand? It is very difficult to measure it. So we mostly uses for calculation displacement. Okay. So in this chapter, most of the things we will study is written here. Motion is typically described in different terms. For example, displacement, the shortest distance between 2 points. Distance, the total length traveled by an object from one point to another. Next one is velocity and acceleration. Actually, velocity and speed must be together. What is speed? Simple thing. The total distance traveled by a particular time. If you travel 2000 kilometers in 20 hours, Okay, that is from Bangalore to Mumbai. So what is the speed? 2000 divided by 20. That is the speed. So what is velocity? It is a big brother of displacement. It is distance. No, sorry. It is the big brother of speed called as displacement divided by time. And acceleration is what? The rate of change of velocity of an object is called as acceleration. Let's see. Motion of a body is observed by attaching a frame of reference to an observer and measuring the change in position of the body relative to that frame. Okay, in the case of physics, to study motion, we will make a frame. Means, for example, the first frame is the position we are standing. Okay, that we will check as our initial frame. We will call it initial position. And the next frame is the final position or final frame. Okay, so we need to discuss everything with an example. That's why we are using this concept of frame. So let's go to the next part. These are the different types of motion we will study. Not in this chapter, we will study in future. Okay, all these motions, if you are studying, means your brain will be out of your mind. It's not that much easy part. These rotational motion, oscillatory motion, circular motion and all, before it was included, but not in this chapter. In following chapters we will discuss about this part. For example, random motion is there. What do you mean random motion? A simple thing. Random motion means the motion of air. It moves randomly. Or random motion means the motion of a piece of wood in a river. Randomly, anywhere it can move. Isn't it? That's a random motion. So, to study about random motion, it is very difficult. So, it is not included in your non-standard science. So, next one is rectilinear motion. Or we can say the motion in straight line. For example, traveling from one place to another is a rectilinear motion. That means transitional motion. Okay, in which we can measure it. We can measure the length and all. For example, curvilinear motion. Curvilinear motion means motion in curve. Circular motion, motion in circular orbit. Circular circles, if you move in circle, we can say it is circular motion. Curve motion in curve, we can say it as curvilinear motion. What is rotational motion then? What is the difference between circular motion and rotational motion? Rotation means rotating something. So our earth is rotating the sun, that is called as, our earth is rotating in its own axis. Okay, it's a center point is there, and with respect to that point, the entire body is rotating. Okay, that is called as rotational motion. And oscillatory motion, the motion of a pendulum, like to and fro, from one point to another and again repeating. Okay, so to and fro motion are called as oscillatory motion. So in future classes regarding physics, you will study about each and every types of motion in huge details. Okay, that is very easy part afterwards, not now anyway. So first one, what is distance? It is the actual length of path traveled by a body. In simple word we can say that. Okay, if this is a ground, this is your ground. Okay, so the complete length, if we measure, okay, from here, if we measure with a tape, we will reach here. So we can say that the total circumference of that ground is 400 meter. Understand? And if you are starting from one point and also you reached here at the same time, we can say how much distance you traveled. You traveled 400 meters. Understood? It's a very simple physics, isn't it? It's very simple physics. But at the same time, just come here. What is the difference between distance and displacement? Okay, distance means the total distance. The same thing, you are doing it again. You started from here, you reached back here. The displacement is 0. Why? Because displacement is the shortest difference between final position and initial position, which we are getting by an equation called as final position minus initial position. Here, final position is what? Total traveled 400 meter. Initial position is what? 0. 400 minus 0 gives 400 meter. That is distance. Am I right or not? Sorry. Distance means total length travel, not that. Displacement here. Initial position is what? 0. Final position is what? 0. So what is the displacement? 0 minus 0 will give 0. Okay? So displacement can be termed as shortest path travelled by a body. Mostly displacement happens in straight line. Okay, the shortest path between two objects or 2 points is the straight line we draw. Any doubt about that? Now, so next one is speed. Speed is nothing but what? Distance travelled by the time taken. If you travel 10 kilometers in 5 seconds, what is the speed? 10 by 5? 2 kilometers per second. If you are traveling 100 kilometers in 100 seconds, what is the speed? Distance by time, 100 divided by 100 gives 1 kilometer per second. And this speed is a scalar quantity. Just remember that. I think you already know what is scalar quantity and what is vector quantity. Okay, scalar quantity which we can measure. Only it is depending upon measurement. For example, length, which has a magnitude. Magnitude means something, it has a measurement and all. But here, distance is there, calculated in meter. That is a scalar quantity. Time is also a scalar quantity. Okay, it does not have direction. So, meter per second is the standard unit of speed, and it is a scalar quantity. Don't tell that you don't know what scalar and vector. I already conducted 3 classes regarding this. Okay, one more time I am telling. Scalar means which has magnitude only. For example, this pen has 10 centimeters length. In all direction it has that same 10 centimeters. That is called as scalar quantity. Okay, but in the case of force, we are applying to open a door. That much force we must apply in a particular direction. So it becomes what? So it becomes vector quantity. Okay. Velocity simple. Displacement divided by time. The unit is same. Okay. Velocity can be discussed as this: the rate of motion of a body, in more meaningful if we specify its direction of motion along with speed. Okay, if you are telling the distance or speed from Mumbai to where? Bangalore. Okay, distance traveled by time taken. But you must specify the direction to make it perfect. Isn't it? Am I right or not? The quantity which specifies both the direction of motion and speed is velocity. So, if the case of velocity, we will say like this. So, the displacement occurred in a particular direction. That direction is from Mumbai to Bangalore. Okay. In the case of velocity, the direction is also included and with the displacement or the shortest distance between Bangalore and Mumbai. Its unit is also same. Displacement is meter. Time taken is second. Okay. Displacement travelled divided by time taken means meter per second, same. But it is a vector quantity because it has acceleration, because it has direction. Okay. Next one is about acceleration. Acceleration must be in a particular direction, so automatically we can say that it is a vector quantity. So acceleration is what? The quantity which specifies change in velocity is acceleration. For example, if you are going from Mumbai to Bangalore or from Bangalore to Mumbai, each and every time you are not going with the same speed. Okay, if you have been travelled in a vehicle, you would have know that for each and every time the speed changes. Understood? Whenever the speed changes, there will be also a change in velocity. Okay, sometimes you are going 10 km per hour, sometimes you are going 100 km per hour. not go 100 kilometers per hour, it is dangerous. Like 50 kilometers per hour, isn't it? So that rate of change in velocity is known as acceleration. Understand? Acceleration can be positive and also can be negative. Because if the velocity is increasing, we can say acceleration is positive, and if we apply brake, velocity is decreasing, we can say acceleration is negative. So there is an equation for acceleration. A is equal to v minus u divided by time. Time means time, there is no difference in that. V, what is V? Initial value is u. Okay, initial value we describe it as u, and the final value we describe as t. For example, initial value is 6 and final value is 12. That means 12 minus 6 by t. Anyway, when we do these numericals, you will get a clear idea about this. If I am telling means you won't understand that. We will do it with examples. Otherwise, I will tell blah 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 blah. You will tell, okay, everything we understand, but I know it is not that much easy to get into the mind. It is also a vector quantity because velocity is a vector quantity, isn't it? So if we say distance traveled by time, what is the unit of that? So first, v minus u by t means v by t minus u by t. So there is two time involved. Okay, two time involved. V by t minus u by t. So there is 2t. That means meter per second square. Understand? Understood? Okay, just by heart it like that. Meter per second square. That is the unit of acceleration. Why I am telling? This unit is very important. While you are writing answers, you must include this unit. Otherwise, even though you are getting correct answers, you won't get full marks. Okay. So another new part you are going to study is about this one, plotting graphs. Understand? Plotting graphs. So plotting point in graph, I think you are studying it first. In this chapter, lots of graphs are there. Okay, lots of graphs. See, you have an x-axis, you have a y-axis, anyway 3-dimensional graphs, there will be an z-axis. Thank God you don't want to study that now, but in future you will study that. Okay, so basic introduction to plotting, we will study it in next class. Okay, we don't have time for that. It will take more than 2 classes to study about this plotting of gas. So these are the things you must keep in mind. What is motion? Rate of change of, not rate of change of time, change of position with respect to time. Distance and displacement, difference between distance and displacement. Then comes speed, velocity and acceleration. That's the basics things we study in this chapter. And we will study how to plot different graphs, and also we will derive different types of equations regarding this values. Okay, how to derive equation for displacement, how to derive equations for displacement, distance, acceleration, velocity and speed. Okay, so that's it. So next class we will go with the plotting of graph. It's not difficult, it's a basic. Have you studied in mathematics? I think you studied in mathematics also. Anyway, we will leave this class. The alarm came. That alarm means to stop the class. Okay, my dear kids. So that's it. We will finish the class, and till we meet, that's a signing off. Goodbye from this part of the world. Thank you, my dear kids.